Good morning, Cambridge class. So, today we're going to stick with the story Matilda, but we are going to design a different story plot. Okay? So, let's just recap what Matilda is about. So, it's about a girl called Matilda who struggles to fit in with her family. Okay, so she loves to learn and she loves reading books and wants to go to school, but her family don't believe in education. Okay, so all her family do is sit in front of the TV every night. Okay, and they eat like microwave meals and takeaways and things like that. Eventually, after Matilda's done lots of nagging, her dad sends her to a school where the head teacher is Miss Trunchbull. Okay, so Miss Trunchbull is a mean lady who hates all children. Miss Trunchbull met Matilda's father when she went to buy a second-hand car. Okay, so Matilda's father owns a business selling second-hand cars, but he's a bit of a crook. Okay, so he winds back the clock so that it looks like there's not been as much mileage on them. He basically sells faulty um, second-hand cars. Eventually, then, Matilda and the children get Miss Trunchbull out of the school, but not before she causes them lots of pain. So she throws children in the chokey for doing very small things like wearing pigtails in the hair, or I don't know, um, not wearing a coat or wearing shorts instead of trousers, things like that. Very petty things. Um, so eventually, they get her out of the school, okay, using Matilda's magic. So, what I would like you to do is design a different story plot for Matilda. Okay, so maybe she goes to boarding school instead. Maybe she's got a different magical power. So maybe she's able to read people's minds. She was able to save her friends from being hurt by Miss Trunchbull. Maybe Miss Trunchbull is a nice head teacher. Miss Honey is the monster. Maybe you want to think of something completely different. Okay, if you are struggling for an idea, I don't mind if you use one of my ideas there. Okay, but please try and think outside the box. So, you might want to do your um, story thing like this. Okay, so you might want to set it out as a bit of a plan. So, you've got what happens at the beginning of your story, where it's set, so a place, rising action, so that's like your build up, isn't it? What's happening to her, your climax, so that's the problem. How is it all resolved? And how does it end? Okay? So you might want to do it like a story plan. You might also want to do it like a blurb. Okay? So a blurb is written on the back of a book and it gives you a bit of a synopsis, a bit of a summary of what happens in the story. So this is Matilda's blurb. So Matilda is a sweet 5-year-old genius with horrible, mean parents. Fortunately, she has a great time giving them what they deserve. But at school, things are different. At school, there's Miss Trunchbull, £200 of kid-hating headmistress. Giving Miss Trunchbull what she deserves will take more than a genius. It will take a superhuman genius. Okay? So that's the blurb that Matilda already has. So you might want to change this blurb and do a different one. Here are two other blurbs. So we've got, is anything bothering you? Problems in class or at home? Don't know where to turn for help? Log on to the Worry website, type in your worry and wait for the good advice to flow in. At least that's the plan when Mr. Speed sets up his super cool new Worry website for the class. Holly, Greg, Natasha, and the rest feel that they've got shed loads of worries, but as they find out, sometimes the best advice comes from the most unexpected places. Okay, so that's from the Worry website. The Twits blurb. Mr. and Mrs. Twit are really disgusting. They smell because they never wash. They fight because they play tricks on each other, and they hate children. But worst of all, they keep monkeys in their back garden, in cages. It's time for the monkeys to get their revenge on these two most revolting creatures. Okay, so as I said, a blurb gives a bit of a summary of what is going to happen in the story. Okay, so as you change your story, you might want to take this blurb that's already here and adapt it, okay, to fit with what your story plot is. If you don't want to do either of those, you might want to do a comic strip, okay? So you might want to draw some pictures and add some speech bubbles. to show how your story plot would play out. Okay? It's completely up to you how you would like to present this. Once you have done this, please email me so that I can see what you've come up with and to see which idea you've gone with, or if you've come up with something of your own. Good luck, Cambridge class. I'll speak to you again soon.